Alright, in this video we're going to go over using the catalog building tool that's now included with T8 MTS. Come over here to your menu and on the tools and click that. It'll expand that open. You see the catalog builder. Now the catalog builder is a separate application, but it's only accessible through T8 MTS. And you cannot use this for T7 YTS or for T7 or T6 or T5 if you're still back on that thing from way back. But anyway, so it can't be used for anything but T8 MTS at this time. Anyway, like I said, drop down the menu here, select Catalog Builder, and it should start up. Now when you come into Catalog Builder, you just got this basic main home screen, and it's got some buttons here which will take you to the user form and the appropriate sections for those type of videos or information that would be on this. This is prepping with Alpha, the prepping with SanMar, and the using the MTS Catalog Builder. So when those files are ready, I get the time of this recording of this, so we have the Alpha format video out, and we have the SanMar format out, and I do see that I have a misspelled prepping there, which will be corrected in the release of this. Okay. So anyway, what you want to basically do at first is go to your SanMar format or Alpha format, whichever one you're going to use. And if you have watched the other videos, you will have remembered the layout of the the CSV file that we eventually ended up creating out of the spreadsheets that were from SanMar or from Alpha Broder. So anyway, you'll notice it's very familiar. When you first come in, after installing the software, you're going to have the base information. These will be in there. You'll have the latest information that I have at the time. I don't have the current SanMar, but I did have this current Alpha Broder. Anyway, if you've just built a new SanMar CSV file and have placed it in the appropriate directory so it can be found, and you would want to go ahead and clear and reload. Now, one thing I want to mention right now, if it cannot find the appropriate file, then right down here where you see me going with this cursor, there'll be a message, and it's going to tell you where the file needs to be located and what it needs to be named. So if it finds it, it doesn't tell you any information here, but if it doesn't find it, it does notify you of what you need to do. So anyway, if we're going to go ahead, we're just going to go ahead and do this. We're going to clear and reload, and it's going to take a little bit of time. Then we get a little message that says the information's been cleared. It's going to start the import, and now it says it's finished the import, and it will bring us back in to what we just had. So what it's done is it's gone out there, but initially it cleared everything, and then it went out there and found that, loaded that file and brought that information into here. Now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the vendor name SanMar. You can do this out in the CSV if you want to, but it'll take you a little bit of time. You see how fast that was, so just added that right in there. And we're going to say this is 2020 catalog, even though it's not. It's 2019 on this particular one, but we're going to do that. I want to tell you what. Let's just go ahead and make that 2019. Okay, because I think that's what that was. So there again, we've got that. Now we save that. Now let's go ahead and we're going to build the DB. Now what's the DB? The DB is the database, basically. And there's going to be a SanMar format database and Alpha Broder's format database. And then you will utilize these to import them into the Catalog Builder for the Catalog Review screen. We'll fill that in. So first, we'll build the database. I'm just going to give you a message that it may take a while. And it's going through all this stuff. If you notice up here at the top of 3,602 lines of code of information that it has to go through. And it's basically taking all of that and compiling it down into, in this case, 549 items. And so it's basically gone through all of that. And it's created all the pricing scenarios that it could figure out of this. So we've got that done. We can exit out of the screen now if we want to. Now let's go over here to the Catalog Review screen. Now, if you're familiar with the T8 or the T7 or the T7YTS, even T6, the screen looks familiar. It's basically the same screen that's the product catalog in those programs. This is not the same information. Okay, this is totally separate at this particular point. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to delete all the information in here. And we've gone down to a blank screen. So we've done this. Now, we haven't deleted the information from the main catalog file over in T8 MTS. It's still there. If we were to go back over to that screen, and let's pull that up right over here. If we were to go into that screen, go to Garment's Catalog, you're going to see we still have our information in there. We can come through here. We have all this. We can find by style, and we pull that over here. We're going to go for 2000 with Gildan 2000, and there's our Gildan 2000. So all that information is still there. We haven't deleted that, even though we've deleted over here. Like I said, I want you to fully understand that this is a separate instance of the catalog at this particular point. So what we're going to do is, when we have this append, and I may change this to say import from SanMar format, but anyway, append from SanMar format, what we just did, we're going to click on that, and you'll notice it just loaded everything in there. Here's our year 2019 that we had put in our SanMar format file. But it does tell us that it was last updated 12/21/2020. That's today. That the date that I'm recording this information. Okay, so it's anytime that you change a record, whether it's just one or whatever else, it will change this last update. So you can always go back, and it'll do that here, and it will also do it over in the main catalog file in T8 MTS. It'll do it over there, so that you can always go in there and see when the last time anybody, whether it was you or whatever else, had updated that particular product information. So it could be that you came in here and you changed the percentage base markups. So just like over in the main catalog, we can mass do all that. We can do all that over here. We can prep this. This is what this is for. You prep everything here, and then you can import it into T8 MTS when you're ready. So we could do a change all using margin. We could do the base markups. We can do all that kind of stuff. So if we just went ahead and we said whites and we wanted to do a 30% markup, there we go. We got it. Everybody, the whole catalog just got a 30% markup. Okay. Now, where the categories come in, and there again, if you want to take the time to go through the categories and categorize each particular item and type of item, and say, this is a t-shirt or whatever else, then I can come in here and I can look up some of the categories. And as you'll see here, now we have our list of categories. Now it's picking that up from the category list in the database for the catalog that was built in there. So in the SanMar, they provide the categories. Unfortunately, Alpha Broder does not. So what this basically means that is if you do a mass change based markups and whatever else, and you select any of the categories here, it's only going to apply to a vendor that will have categories. So like if I say I want to do it to t-shirts and activewear, okay, and I apply a base markup to whites, lights, or darks across there, and then I tell it to go ahead and apply it. It's going to only apply it to vendors that have that category. So in the t-shirts, for example, SanMar, it'll be t-shirts. So let's just come up here and we're going to go to our favorite 2000, okay, that we like to search for. And you'll see it's t-shirts active. So even though over here it says, I think t-shirts, t-shirts active. And so it would apply it to that. But if I come in here and I think, I don't have Alpha in here right now, but if I searched up Alpha equivalent of a t-shirt, it's not going to be in the category t-shirts active. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You need to be aware of these little fallacies in any of this catalog building that you do. Things are never going to be 100% perfect. I don't care what you do out there. It's going to be extremely close. But, anytime you redo a catalog, my advice is that once you've done and it's in there, because you can fly through it and it's done. Once that's done, if it's an item you're selling all the time, especially if you're selling it all the time, bring it up in the actual catalog over in T8 MTS after you've put it over there and double check everything. Come and look at all these settings. Make sure your numbers are where you want to be and all that stuff. The builder is just a tool to take the information that SanMar or Alpha or somebody along that provides you and attempt to compile it into a database and minimize the work of doing that on you. It is not meant to be 100% infallible perfect. And so as long as you have that in your mind, like I said, double check everything. If it's a product you haven't used in the past and you've done an update before you price it out and send the customer the deal, come over in the catalog and take a look at it. Bring up, search, come up here, find the product, search it up, make sure everything looks good. That's just my recommendations to you. So anyway, that's on this part of it. Now, let's get back over to the main catalog. Now, I've come in here and deleted everything out. When you run this delete, it's going to come up, give you a warning, all that kind of junk. We're going to delete everything. It's going to delete everything, so it's gone. I deleted everything out. You had the option, like I said, you could have left your old data in here and brought the new in. Now, what happens when you do that? It's going to look at a style number, okay? And if it's a duplicate, it's going to overwrite it. So it's going to look at a couple of little things in there. It's going to look at the styles. It's going to look at the style in the vendor. And it's going to overwrite anything that's a duplicate. So that if there was a t-shirt in there from, say, SanMar before, and SanMar updated the price on it, it's going to update the price on that t-shirt. But if it's an item that SanMar, for example, no longer carries, it's not going to get rid of it. So, you know, it's up to you whether you want to do the delete or what you're going to do. So we're going to import Catalog Builder, and this brings in whatever we had put in over there. So when we went over to the Catalog Builder, we had it's got 539, and I think it showed 540 over the other 540. All right, when you got your stuff over here, so we're going to go ahead and at this particular point in time, we're going to go ahead and import from the Alpha format. Also, now we're up to a 1604 count. Come back over here, import from the Catalog Builder, and you'll see with 1605. We have there's a count difference in the record count. There's not that many more in there. It's within one on the way that it counts. So there again, like I said, we're up to the 1605, and there we have both the Alpha format and the SanMar format into it. The thing to kind of remember is, you know, up here it says Garment Catalog. You got a bigger menu on the side that tells you you're in T8 MTS. Along with that, where it says T8 MTS, if you're over here, it's a lot smaller. You don't have all that. It says MTS Catalog Builder. Like I said, just, you know, remember the screens look a lot alike, but they're not. You see, you got a lot more options over here in the Catalog Builder than you have over here now. But the main thing is, hopefully this will make everything a lot easier for you. You're using my software. You're no longer dependent on me to update catalogs. You can do them yourself relatively easy. Is it 100% just plug and play, punch? No. But it's very minimal work and stuff like that. So hopefully this will help everybody out. Make software a whole lot more flexible and easy for you guys to keep update for your shop. And just, you know, kind of let's go back over here to the something I want to bring up. People might have wondered, you know, one time we had T6, we had T7, then we went to T7 YTS, and now we're at T7 MTS. Well, what did the YTS stand for? YTS stood for Your T-Shirt Shop. Well, we got into here, I decided, well, that's kind of stupid because it's not, you know, it's not my T-shirt shop, me saying it's yours. So, anyway, so MTS stands for My T-Shirt Shop. That's the whole science behind that naming. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing great out there and stuff. Hopefully this software is useful to you. And see you on the next video. If you haven't already subscribed to my videos, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the notification update. We're going to be going over some stuff and probably come up with the flare of videos coming up on the TH series, T8 MTS series. But, and then it'll probably die down a little bit. But if you're using my software, you're going to be able to grab all this information plus the download files, everything else over on the user forum. So anyway, there again, thanks for watching the videos. Till the next one, see you then.